pretty pretty casual. We do have some unique reviews to take a look at, or some uniques to take a look at during the pre-show. It's always a bit of fun checking out the new
I'm gonna get
uniques.
some more links. I'm gonna get some more links to me. I just crashed out, so I couldn't save them.
Oh, so I have to add more images
Alrighty.
now.
You can add them as we go, Zeno, as we talk about them. What do you have first for us, Zeno?
All right, so for images, let's see now. Well, not Gristic Hideout. We got Edge of Madness. This is one of the few that just got released. It seems to be like a heirloom type legendary or unique.
An heirloom, like? What do you mean?
An heirloom in other games is it levels up with you, meaning this guy can last you until you get your next to end game weapon. It levels up with you.
Yeah, and then because of the level scaling, it even though the damage might not be very good by 20 levels over where it drops, there is some potential quirky builds to be done with it. I honestly can't really see any. The increased chaos damage obviously speaks to certain things, but like I see people suggest Viper Strike, but with the Viper Strike change, that's based on damage, so I don't see there's very strong ways to get damage for Viper Strike, but I might be missing something about this. What do you guys think?
Well, let's see. One elemental damage per level is Hatred, in my mind. And then life gain... Keep in mind, this is a level 22 sword, so everything's already 22% and 22 life gain on kill when you wear it. And then... At least that's what I'm taking this. What's up?
I think it has potential. I still can't guarantee, but it says 1% increased chaos damage per level. So you're looking at like a good 75% increased chaos damage, plus the nodes on your tree, plus the base chaos damage, plus maybe an added chaos damage. But I don't know if it'll actually outweigh like a legitimate weapon using Viper Strike now.
Yeah, that's my thought. I see the potential with the chaos damage there, and I'm like, that's a lot of chaos damage. There's a lot of cool stuff, and the life on kill, I have to say, I'm all about these on-kill effects now after using them so much on the passive tree, the new passive tree. But getting 75, 80 life on kill when you clear in packs is that's a lot.
Let's see. When you equip it, you have 22 life gain on kill. The Shadow Tree has 25 life gain on kill. Use Assassination's Mark, that's another 15, 25. Every mob you kill is giving you 150 health. Can give you up to. I mean, think about it. If you use this to level 50-ish, that's a lot of life gain on kill.
I think at the very least it is very recognizable as the sword bros use to slay us. Because those guys are brutal and they use this weapon. Well, they use the look of this weapon at least. But they do chaos damage and such, so...
I have a question. You know the chess piece? What's the unique chess piece that deals chaos damage to you but deals chaos damage to Nora?
Death
Soak. I mean?
Death Soak.
Yeah, would that scale this?
No, I don't think so. Think of it like a prismatic eclipse where it has all these... Unless it says global, I don't think it does, because it says increased physical damage, but it only applied to the sword itself.
I think the increased chaos damage probably works global.
I think that we could make a really, really sick Searing Bond build with this. Look at that. Look at that increased elemental damage.
That is
you can
true.
Make Searing Bond do so much damage, and Searing Bond's an active gem,
and
so you get +1 to levels.
And you look like a badass using it as well. There's definitely a lot of things.
Searing Bond! Your sword. Your sword is so sick.
You can make an Avatar of Fire Shockwave Totem build with it, Pox. Oh.
I could do a lot of things. My Shockwave Totem already doesn't have a lot of HP. I don't want to give up a shield slot right now.
Yeah.
I might. Shockwave Totem is so much fun.
Yeah, I think people can come up with some fun stuff, and at the very least, it's a low-level unique that people that get it will be able to have a fair bit of fun with it for a while and work it into various different builds. +1 level of active skill gems can be worked into a lot of different builds, just as a bit of fun. It's a cool unique in general, I think, but I don't really see any things super strong with it or anything.
I really like the idea though, how it levels with you. So it's not like you just put on a piece of overpowered gear, like a rare weapon that's 5 times better than anything you'll ever find. But with this, you see progression with your character. I kind of like that idea.
It is very cool. I like this new mechanic, and ZiggyD said they're pushing this a bit with this patch, and they might do more of it in the future. There's another unique in this bundle that has the same sort of level scaling mechanic. I think there's one more.
Darkseer.
Darkseer, you're using this, aren't you, Mano? Do you
Yeah.
have that picture, Zeno?
No,
Bring it
I
up,
don't.
because Mano. Oh, you don't have Darkseer. Oh man, we need to correct that.
It's mana gain on kill and energy shield on kill, I believe,
That's freaking
And
awesome.
you're
Holy hell.
based on level.
you're
So it's pretty
it's
cool.
also
Got a
got
lot of energy shield.
7% global chance to blind and cannot be blinded, and then just an increased damage. It's a global increased damage modifier, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you have like energy shield and you're casting a spell really fast and you're just going through mobs and murdering them, you'll just regen your energy shield up so fast.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
it does seem pretty strong. It's a level 40 weapon, so you can start using it in kind of any sort of spellcaster build pretty early on, I think. It's pretty cool. So yeah, people were telling me you've been kicking ass with it, Mana.
I died with it.
Get wrecked, Ziggy.
Whoa! Oh, I'm sorry, man.
You've been kicking ass, man. Yeah, I died.
Right up until that point where you got your ass kicked, but dying in Beyond is not exactly like I don't think
Yeah.
it says much about your build or anything. I think it's more just a generalization of it's gonna happen. Pretty much
I
everyone
had that
has.
two-hand sword, bro, on my face
It had
with
it had blind
the
on it.
beetle next to him. That was like extra fizz too. So he was hasted, crit accuracy, aura, extra fizz, something. Dead.
Bam.
Terrible.
Those guys are super dangerous. Sword
Big
bros
sword
give me
bros.
nightmares.
I can't stand the sword bros. Pox over here is just knocking them away. Scared of
I
the
love
bowers.
sword bros and temp chains and just straight up cast speed on
No,
Shockwave.
dude, yesterday my stream was watching me. Sword bros with quick. They already have the haste aura, so they're insanely fast. Oh, and what do they get put on top of that? Shroud Walker. Good luck. How are you going to get away from that guy?
When I was running Haku, I had to fight a shroud walking totem for Haku.
Shroud Walking Totem.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Oh.
was, but it was a totem that was shroud walking, and I was really confused.
How does this work?
Totem.
I don't know,
Stray
it just-
totem. You can't walk.
We're totem.
I saw totems with molten shell in a quest earlier. That was pretty funny. He spams like 4 molten shell totems around him, and it's like, aha! Now you can't catch me. What the fuck is this?
Zombie host from
I mean,
Gazzy.
I guess I don't shoot that, but clever,
That's
super
just
meta.
really interesting.
Alright, let's talk about the next one then. Null and Void? Yeah.
I grabbed
So
Nolan.
everybody was asking me about that. I didn't look at it yet.
Alright.
These are Rampage only. There's 3 sets of Rampage only gloves. Null and Void are one of these. They gain immunity to fizz damage on 2 seconds on Rampage, dispels elemental status elements on Rampage, mana regen, life, armor, strength. So in terms of just being base gloves, strength, life, mana regen, armor, energy shield, they're not all that bad. And then they got the dispels at status elements and the gain immunity to fizz damage for 2 seconds on Rampage. Rampage happens at certain tiers. So that like triggers at every tier of the Rampage where it updates to a new tier. I don't exactly know what the tiers are, but I guess it goes off your first pack. I think the biggest deal about this is the first pack you kill. It will probably trigger the first Rampage buff pretty quickly, like as you're killing it, and then you have basically 2 seconds of immunity to just go ham on it. So it seems pretty.
Probably the
strong
hardest thing
thematic.
about Rampage is keeping yourself alive because you have to just continually throw yourself into the fight. And this thing just trumps that. Oh, you're slowed? No big deal. Oh, you're shocked? Get rid of it. And now you're immune to physical damage for 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, those are solid gloves.
Volt
so.
57 though. But I guess it's hard to keep up your Rampage until about that level. Because there's not that much density until you're in
You
Merciless.
Not even density, but in general, you have to have like some type of movement speed or mobility as well to go from pack to
Yeah.
pack. Most
Yeah, which
characters.
you just don't have earlier.
yeah. Here's a war buckler someone just linked me. Chalice of Horrors war buckler.
I'll add this one in then.
This thing has the sickest 3D in-game art.
Flesh and Spirit.
Oh.
You guys seen this one?
Mouth thing. Flesh and spirit.
Yeah, let me get this one.
Restoration, curse gems.
Oh wow, this Chalice curse is nuts. Let me go like this. Add image. Alright.
100% curse duration plus the other one from the tree is basically perma curse, isn't it?
Yep.
Triple curse duration. So, Chalice of Horrors, you got it up. 5 additional block chance, so it's got 35 block. 10% chance to cause monster flee on block. I wonder if that is subject to the normal unique and rare dampening, where it doesn't affect them most of the time, or at all. And then the 100% curse duration, and +1 the level of curse gems in this item. So you can chuck 3 curses in there, or 2 curses, if you're like a curse stacking character.
I'm pulling it up right now, guys. Hold tight.
Awesome. What do you guys think about this shield?
I like it. It actually has a pretty high block chance too. It's 35%. That's not bad at all.
Could be useful because of how the curse duration was decreased.
Sorry, we're
Or,
just adding these as we go, guys. This is just a pre-show, just a heads up.
Yeah, just casual. Just casual. I think, yeah, this has pretty good potential in those, like, just a support-oriented build, really. I feel like that's pretty much it. Get up front a little bit, chuck some curses down, cause some dudes to flee. Maybe with some puncture synergy. Oh, baby.
Put
I'm
your
all about
3
that
best
puncture
curses in
synergy.
here, and then you got 200% increased curse duration from, or actually 215 if you get the 15%, I think it is, up in the top left.
There's a lot of Rampage uniques here. Where are the Beyond uniques?
Yeah, really.
There are 3. Beyond is
3 each.
Harvest, Edge of Madness, Darkseer, and then the gloves are Rampage.
Oh. Okay.
The Beyond ones aren't really like Beyond specific so much as they're just used by the Beyond mobs. So
I hope
that's
they
why
keep them in the
kind of-
game after Beyond
Yeah.
Edge because they're
Yeah,
really,
me
really
too.
good.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you think they will? Because I don't have anything Beyond specific.
They kept Headhunter
They
belt,
just have
right?
this.
Or
No,
They seem pretty
that-
general.
They made it a race
Headhunter's
reward,
just there.
Pox. It was a race reward.
Okay, that's right.
Because Headhunter, let's be honest, is one of the most OP uniques ever made. I don't know if you know, but like a Haystor on a party character
yeah.
is
It's-
nothing,
yeah.
but on a monster, it's steroids.
It's the same thing with the ES thing, comparing it to our discipline. Their
Oh, yeah.
ES is like, I think I got my character up to like 800 mana regen per second with Eldritch Battery, and I was like, this is really nice.
Also with Headhunter, you can get that crit accuracy aura, which is the same thing
it
you get in
was
Dominating Blow.
insane. It's so crazy.
Let's talk about, in my opinion, the strongest unique out right now. I think this thing is amazing. It's our former bro from the State of Exile podcast, Hedgie shout out. Probably one of the best designed uniques out there. Expected to be nerfed? I don't know about that, but I call it the Beanos of Staves. It's got the high flat fizz, it's got the crit with a really cool gimmick to it. And this is what two-handers have needed for the longest time.
When you count that they added
Oh,
100% spell, they added 100% staff crit to the tree. With that staff, you could just go ham and get all your power charges up, and with a peacock gem, and just murder everything. It's crazy.
I don't even think you need Peacock, because there's Blunt Trauma in the tree, which gives you knockback when you crit with a staff, and then you gain your power charges that way.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you don't need
Yeah.
peacock, but the 100% crit in the tree will definitely help you with the blunt trauma and the stacking of power charges with it. So
No,
Yeah, when
hidden-
Hedgie was designing this,
Go ahead,
he
Ziggy.
was talking about like the fact you don't have to use sweep or heavy strike. You can use basically any staff ability and use that knockback. So
Like ground
that's
slam?
kind of like a key part of the design. Yeah, you can use whatever you want to generate those. Like as long as you're critting, you'll get those knockbacks and you'll get those power charges. He designed this to be a power item, guys. So if it looks powerful, that's because that's exactly what he wanted. I watched the back and forth on him with him and the devs a few times on stream, and he's always pushing for a little more, a little more. Can we just a little bit more here? Maybe can we change to this base because it's a bit better? Can we just, it's always like it was a really long sort of process of how strong can I make this. It was kind of cool to watch, and we have a pretty sick item now, hasn't it?
3 things I want to note about this. With the new addition, Assassin's Mark, as you just mentioned in chat, you can keep up your power charges with that too, in case you have bad RNG with the 10%, because those give you power charge and kill. Second thing is, because this thing has no IPD. It's all raw physical. The 20% you get from whetstone does way more for the staff. Way more. It's just like Beano's. It increases how much you get per whetstone by a lot. It's very, very good. And the last thing is, it's specific to melee damage. So Spectral Throw, too bad, so sad.
Rip.
Yep. Really, really well designed, unique. Not gonna lie. You guys gonna like? I'm predicting this thing is gonna sell for like more than Beano's. This thing is retarded good.
Yeah,
Depends
what
on
do
where
you
you
guys
have it.
reckon prices?
In my opinion, the biggest seller on it is that it's pre-rolled already, and stabs have a very big issue because they're hybrid. So that's one like huge thing on top of that. So yeah, it's definitely a build enabling item.
Yeah, just by the simple fact that you just cannot get a staff. It's so difficult to roll staffs and like scepters as well, but staffs. If you're trying to ever make a staff build, it's a rich man's game. That is, it's like one of those country club hobbies right there, making a staff build.
Although it's gotten much easier to get like semi-decent gear with the new crafting system. It's so cool. My friend's like,
Yeah.
"Oh hey, can you help me craft this? I found like a crazy high fizz damage dagger, but it's got no flat." And I'm like, "Sure, here you go." Just like for basic
I
level
love the new
weapons.
crafting system. I'm gonna rant about that during the podcast. Oh baby,
Oh yeah. I cannot wait.
Stave Ziggy not staffs. Oh,
You know,
Act.
that is so true. Like, it's impossible to roll staves and wands, and with this thing, it's like, what more do you want? Flat fizz, local crit, attack speed. Oh, and you get power charges. Like, what more could you want on this staff? And it's got 18% block to equal that of a Maelstrom, which I believe, Hedgie, was your original choice. But I'm cool with them adding 6% block to give you even more damage.
What do I think about the flavor text? Hedgie requests flavor text dramatic reading. All right. The right to rule demands a mental acuity, a strong arm, and a tenacious sense of justice. Oh baby, I did look at when you were explaining the theming of this, like as
Ask
a
him
royal
about-
stuff, something a king would use in battle, and it is very cool. I like it.
Ask him about the original flavor text. that he
Oh
was
my
planning.
god, I know about that one.
What was the original?
He
What
was
the
trying to
original?
put in a little hidden gem that made you think of something very phallic, to be precise.
Ah,
You had to read it and figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
surprised.
like long and hard is the shaft of this staff, of his staff.
He wanted it to be used in the beginning of Weaver's Chamber, clearly. Mano gets it. Mano gets it.
Jeez.
I was there. I was there. I get it.
Oh man, so good. But yeah, on the thematic front, like a crit staff knockback build is really cool. Like from like a cool like a lore point of view, like you're traveling warrior monk or something with the staff who would spin around in circles, like look all unassuming, old grandpa, and then all of a sudden smashing people. I like it. It's cool. I like staves, but there's just not enough of that action going on. So I'm keen to see some of this. But then again, because this thing will be so expensive, I'm sure I won't be seeing too many of them floating around.
Yeah.
And
I think it'll be
super
really nice.
super low drop rate.
I think it'll be really nice against Beyond monsters that spawn in your face with haste auras because you can just knock them back with your Wukong spin.
I'd be scared to
Yeah.
use this on Beyond though. I don't want to lose it.
The 3D art, it's going to glow like bright beak skin, and it's going to have a blue glow at the tip. That's awesome.
Is it really? That's so cool.
Oh, I think he's got a picture in chat. Oh no, this is all the uniques. Oh sweet. Oh boy.
To be
Thank you
fair,
for the link,
Oh, boy.
Normac.
Normac is the guy who made my overlay. This guy is a genius.
He's a beast. What an absolute boss. Alright, what's the next unique you've got for us, You can chuck
That's
up a
it.
new one, or
I'm just going to window capture this.
Mhm.
Let's see if I can do that.
Nice.
Alright, so add window capture, uniques, subregion. Hold on a second, guys. We're almost there.
Yes. Hedgie made just the tip glow of the staff. Just the tip.
He had to get it in there somehow.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh boy.
What are you bringing up first? Moku's Embrace?
Move to the bottom. Edit. I'm just going to window capture this. Here we go. Alright, so Moku's Embrace. Thank you again for this, Normac. Much appreciated, sir.
Mm-hmm. What a boss.
Oh, this is awesome.
Give us the
Thank you so
rundown,
much.
Xeno.
Alright, so Moku's Embrace. This is a low level, another Ignite dealio, and I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, so you have an increased chance to be ignited. So this is like it's the double-edged sword type unique. It's low level. It's got quite a lot of resist for level 11. You with this and a Goldrum, you already fire resist capped, like that. While you're ignited, you get 20% attack speed and cast speed. So it could be used for either attack or cast speed, spell-based builds. You have an additional 6% chance to ignite, and you have an increased 25% chance to be ignited. So it doesn't require a crit anymore. Now, something to add about this ring. Barracks Respite? It's one of the barracks. You get steroids when you're ignited on one of those, too. I forgot which one it is. Let me
What's
pull
the
it
easiest
up.
way to ignite yourself?
Barracks. Hold on.
Using Shackles of the Wretched
We're gonna find
flammability
it.
on yourself. Yes.
Barracks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Let's see. Hold on, this is all jacked up. Let me turn this off. It says, let's see. Increased fire damage. 30% increased damage when ignited. Barracks Pass. So you wear this with a Barracks Pass, you're going to be trucking. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't really think it's too much. Like, the 25% chance to be ignited, I really don't think does anything to you, because Ignite is based off the initial damage. If something crits you, which is usually what's going to kill you, it's going to ignite you regardless. So getting ignited by just a regular hit, I really don't think matters at all. Like, if a fireball from a skeleton hits you for 100 damage and burns you for 60 damage, like, I don't really think it's going to do much. Or, like, the scariest thing I could possibly see is, like, a Flame Blast Ignite. But even then, like, you could realistically just run a Remove Burn if you needed to. Or maybe a Molten Shell. I don't think anything else will actually hurt you. Because the other fire skill it hits hard is Flame Surge, but Flame Surge can't ignite you, right? It deals bonus damage off ignite, right?
Yep. But the thing is, how would you increase the duration of the night? Because the ignite, it's only 4 seconds. Do all those increased ignite durations actually affect you? Probably not.
No, I don't know about that part. Vol Smash? Okay, there's Vol Smash too.
Yeah, Vol Smash can ignite.
I've never once been crit by Vol Smash.
Vol Smash Ignite. I don't think it can.
It does fire damage.
Cloak of Flame. Good call. Cloak of Flame.
Flammability would make it ignite you. Yeah, so you could use it with Cloak of Flame. Cloak of Flame, even. So the trifecta of fire-related uniques. That's pretty cool. I like that. So just to clarify for people in chat, I'm like 99% sure this chance to be ignited doesn't work with Righteous Fire. Righteous Fire is a separate effect. It is not. It doesn't count as the ignite status effect.
Okay, so here's the next
Otherwise,
one.
that'd be OP.
We saw this one already. This is the Curse Shield. All right, so now it's the boots. The boots. Hold on.
These are the Firewalkers. I mean, Gang's Momentum.
Yeah, man, my window capture was only big enough for the other one. Gang's Momentum Legion boots. Sorry about the quality of this. This is all like last minute hodgepodge. I'm discussing uniques. These are okay in my opinion.
These are basically Firewalkers, and you should use them with the Molten Footprints effect. You can only use them with the Molten Footprints effect, so unless you are willing to pay to win, you cannot use Gang's Momentum. But that is my analysis of Gangs and Momentum. There you go.
I mean, 5% ignite's not really that much. You get a little bit extra damage.
Do they really look that cool? Or no?
I
look
don't
like
know what
lava
the free art
boots.
looks like. I hope they look that cool.
I'm gonna look at it right now. I have them in my bank. I've never worn them.
Do you mind linking this image to everybody in chat, Pox?
Sure. Let's open image in new tab.
I'll do the rundown in case guys can't see it or whatever.
Flesh and
Increased
Spirit
armor
size.
and shield.
Oh, sorry.
55% fire resist, so very thematic, but also a high amount of fire resist. 25% move strip speed, which is quite decent on far as boots go. 5% chance to ignite, so that's just a global chance to ignite with any fire damage. And then 15% damage, increased damage against ignited enemies. I think these boots are pretty decent. I don't think they're super OP. The increased damage against Ignite enemies is really nice. But they're pretty decent, and they are wicked cool as well.
Alright, so the next one's Flesh Spirit Iron... Flesh and Spirit Iron
Oh, do
Golems.
you guys have any ideas for Gang's Momentum
Oh,
first? Like
Gang's
any
Moment. My bad.
builds you would use them with or anything like that?
I don't know. I mean, the increased damage against Ignite is pretty cool. I think it's just another option for your, like, just a YOLO damage thing, but is it worth dropping all of the possible resistances or the possible movement speed or the possible life that's on the boot slot itself? That I don't know of.
Yeah, the life thing, yeah. The economy of resist on those isn't too bad. They're like an average rare, you know, like a 20 all res,
Yeah, that's fair
20
enough.
throw res,
That's
something like
true
that.
enough.
So they're not too bad, but they kind of just DPS boots, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at them.
It's Ignited versus Burning too, which means like Fire Trap and
They
RF
have
won't
to.
work.
Yeah, they have. So not like flame surge action. You can't use them in a flame surge build or something.
Yeah.
You need actual ignite.
And it's 15% damage against ignited mobs. So if you can find a way to ignite, or if you're playing an elemental build with crit, that's a free 15% increased damage. Like if you're playing a crit buzzsaw build, everything that you light on fire from your anger or your Herald of Ash will now take 15% increased damage, even if you have like 4 to 8 fire damage.
It
Something
could be
keep in
used to
mind.
leverage ignite in a build that doesn't do very big ignite damage. So something that attacks quickly, like a very fast casting fireball spell or something like that, or something using 3 dragons to ignite that doesn't get a bunch of damage but attacks very quickly otherwise, just so that the burning actually makes some sort of difference. You're getting the 15% extra damage on future casts. Because if you just one-shot something with like a 10 stack flame blast anyway, you don't really care about the damage against ignited enemies because it's a one-shot. So.
This could also be used in
Yeah.
Burning Arrow too. Burning Arrow has a very high chance to ignite, and that's just bonus 15% damage.
I don't know what you follow up with on attacks though on a burning arrow build. Generally, you just
Just
shoot
burning
everything
arrow.
burns to death.
Yeah, just like any
Oh, like
crit
get a
build
second
with,
bigger ignite.
if you have 1 to 2 fire damage and you crit, you're gonna ignite them most likely, right?
Hmm.
And then even if the ignite does nothing for damage, you're getting a 15% increase in damage, raw damage.
It's very true.
Oh, Herald of Ash. Yeah, Herald of Ash is fantastic with these.
That's what I'm saying. You just Herald of Ash
Yeah.
and then a crit build, and now you can put on these boots and you have free 15% damage on a pair that, on an item that you normally don't get damage on.
Alrighty. What's the next item you got for us, Xenu?
We got the Flesh and Spirit Iron Scale Gauntlets, another Rampage item. The two big notables is you recover 20% of your max life on a Rampage, and you gain 5 skills for Val skills on a Rampage. So this is
Same clear
just
speed.
Ooh,
yeah. It's
That's
either
Vol
this or
Haste
null
gloves.
and void, pretty much.
those are
Get that
Vol Haste
trap
gloves.
GMP Vol Fireball. Just throw it every 10 seconds. Clear the whole map in like 30 seconds. So sick.
These are all pretty cool gloves, I reckon. And these ones,
I
yeah,
would
they're
use those
just
gloves.
all about that clear speed with Rampage. And yeah, using like
Yeah.
Perma-Val Haste or something like that, or even just
Or
like
that, yeah.
Xeno's favorite Val Burning Arrow constantly. Just like constantly spamming that. You can make a build that pretty much only uses that, and that just has a backup skill like, for when it runs out.
Actually,
Yeah.
Go ahead,
if you
Pop.
use Vol Ground Slam with these gloves, you could probably, if you one shot with Vol Ground Slam, you could probably permanently Vol Ground Slam. You could just walk around one shot. I want to
Vol
do that.
Ground
I am making this build right
Please
now.
no,
Okay.
Pox.
Here you
Please
go, man.
no.
That
You're gonna be
sounds
heavily
amazing.
disappointed.
No, Ground Slam is Ground Slam is so awesome. I'm doing it.
Well, you
That's
can use them
gonna
at
be
level
good.
15, and 5 souls
know.
and normal is insane. So I'll give you
I
that.
will literally. It's 12 souls for Ground Slam, so if I kill 3 mobs, I get it back up again. So this is gonna be so cool.
No, it's on Rampage, not on Kill.
Wait.
On Rampage.
Oh, I thought it was on Kill.
On
Wow.
Kill, it would be God tier. Are you kidding?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that would be
tired, so-
insane. I thought you were getting a little bit pox excited there. That's the
I was.
adjective for a
I
little bit
was.
overexcited.
The recover
I somehow
20%
like-
max life is like, I could pop a, with the new flask nodes, I'd pop a freaking, like a
It's like
instant sanctified, and I go from 1/3 life to full.
That's like 1/10 of a flask, unless you have insane HP. It's not that good compared to the new flask. Oh man, there's flasks. Did I put flask in the primer? Oh my god, I gotta put flask in the primer. Be right back.
Yeah.
Next
Flash
unique.
are Imba. Next unique is Shadow and Dust. Sorry guys, it's really crappy.
That's fine, I'm
Oh,
looking
don't
at
worry.
it.
It's casual pre-show. Embrace the casualness.
So these are like new
Lopsided.
Malagros, but with Mana Leech and Rampage stuff.
Shadows and Dust, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. I'll do the rundown. Yeah, these are the melee gloves. Increased global crit strike chance, increased global crit strike multiplier. Obviously, a very nice Rampage pair of gloves for a crit-based build. We have the 1% of physical attack damage leeches mana, which is pretty handy to have. And then creates a smoke cloud on Rampage. And then gain Unholy Might for 3 seconds on Rampage. We'll leave that last part for a second, but the first part is all like crit dagger reeve evasion character or crit spectral throw or something like that, you know, evasion character there. Fizz, damage, crit, it's all the good stuff right there. But what is this Unholy Might action? Does anyone know how that works? I have.
We have
think
4
it's like
dudes that are all
Crisis.
playing hardcore right now. We're like, yeah, Rampage is cool, man. Like, I don't know what it does.
I gave Rampage a go, but yeah.
It sounds so cool, I'm not gonna lie. If I could have Unholy Might on a character, I would sacrifice a piece of gear just to figure out what it did.
Someone will say it in
That
chat
sounds
here.
like a badass skill.
Someone's saying added
Yeah,
chaos in
someone
chat.
chat's got us.
I did chaos damage.
Oh, is it? I think I remember right. It's chaos scaling.
30%? What?
30%. Wow.
It's only 3
Is it really
seconds, though.
30%?
So, Ziggy, would you put added chaos with these gloves? Would you use that in your spec now? With the...
No, Zeno, that's not how you use these sorts of gloves. They're physical scaling. Added chaos is bad on those. But you would use them with a build that also has Ming's Heart just for funsies, and then use Answer's Promise for sick Chaos Leech. Oh, baby. That's what I would use.
For 3 seconds, though. Your whole build around 3 seconds, man.
Well, no, it's just an enhancing feature. It's an enhancing feature. And if
God.
Rampage makes it into the core game, I'd probably rock that on some sort of go fast build. I'd do that. I reckon it's pretty strong. I reckon all these gloves are pretty damn strong. Pretty sick in the rampaging action.
The creates a
What
smoke
happened to Mana? He
mine.
turned green.
Well, even with the nerf to blind, that smoke cloud is so much mitigation. 50% blind is huge. If you're playing an evasion block character, you're not getting hit at all.
Yeah.
But if you're using unwavering stance, you are getting hit. So this is more encouraged to people who either go IR, no unwavering. Pretty good.
Alright, what do we got? What do we got next, bro?
No
We
one
got-
void, which we already showed. And then next one is Mark
Hold
of...
on. Neuromax says the effects of Unholy Might can be increased by inner force and buff effect passive skills. Wow.
Oh.
So you can get an extra
90%.
15%ish or something? 15% actual chaos conversion?
So you get
Plus,
5.7
that's
seconds.
rough, man. Oh, it increases the duration as well, does it? Oh,
Yep.
hold on, was it duration? Buff effect. So it probably increase if it counts as a buff, then yeah, duration works on it too. Awesome.
Next is Mark of the Downing Knight, Platinum Chris. This, let's see, it's still really slow. Get elemental resist. Melee crits have a chance to 25% chance to cause bleeding, and melee crits have a 25% chance to poison the enemy. So what does this mean? Is this a good offhand for Abino's dagger? Because now you could spread the poison, but you already have Adder's Touch. Doesn't have local crit. The causes bleeding would scale with Beano's and a vulnerability. Is this a new Viper Strike weapon? I don't know.
Attack speed's just so slow.
It's so slow.
Yeah.
What if you do?
Could you imagine swinging a dagger that slowly?
At 1.0, I mean, reduced attack speed.
Is this dagger made of lead? Is it made of pure unobtainium?
I
Why
would
is it
think
so
this is an
goddamn
offhand dagger for Abinos, or something like
Yeah.
that.
I was thinking maybe people are dropping like the whole Adder's Touch area and like not going to Shadow for some reason and making a build with this in their offhand so they can still poison and bleed. And maybe making like a super tanky dagger, but I'm not really sure.
Let's see, with dual wield daggers, what could you can only use dual strike. Cleave is swords and axes. You can go
Maybe
double
there's a-
strike, and this is just a stat stick.
That's what I'm seeing.
Everyone's like,
Yeah. It doesn't have any extra crit on it. It's got the 80% crit implicit, but yeah, no extra crit on it either. Yeah, I don't know about this one. And then as
Use it
someone in
with,
chat said, 10% reduced fun.
Use it with Beanos and make a Zealot's Oath regen build. Just I don't know.
That would definitely work, man.
With the all
gives
resist,
you
maybe it does
20%.
make me think maybe it's a shield.
That'd actually be pretty
Yeah.
decent, man. Like a dual strike, Zealot's Oath, like
Because you have
CI build.
20% block straight up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. CI gives you 20% block when you dual wield it, basically, because dual wielding you get the 15% no matter what, and you get more dual wield block nodes and dual wield crit nodes and stuff, which are all over the tree. You could do a lot of damage.
It could work. It could work. That attack speed, though, I'm with them. 10% less fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to use it ever.
Nope.
Yep. Throw it
me.
in the trash. I'm sure someone will come out with something that. Here is the big boy.
I would. Oh,
Here we go, Fox. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm still thinking of using it like I don't know, just having it there like on daggers. Just having like, what if you have a sword in your main hand, going crit sword with the chance to bleed and poison? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just curious. I think it has some potential.
Can you use cleave if you've got a sword in your main hand and a dagger in your offhand, or does it
No.
stop you from using it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, our last weapon before we go live. The Harvest. This is the one they were really pumped about and they teased us with. It's another heirloom item. You gain global critical strike chance per level 3%. So when you equip this, 37 times 3, you're already sitting at 107? Yeah, no. My math is always bad. 101? I don't know. I'm really, no. 111. Yay! Something like that. There we go. I did it. Oscar's shaming me. But to be honest, like crit in axes is like, what? I don't know. Local crit's 5%, so no matter how much global you get, when you put it on, now you have a local, you have at least 10% chance to crit when you even equip it. That's still not enough for me.
It is, I should be pointed out that 6% of damage leech's life is global, so it works with anything, including spells. And I feel like this is probably, like, best used as, like, a spell crit weapon. I know two-hand is kind of iffy on a spell crit build, but, still, it's pretty cool. I think there's some cool stuff there. And I like the flask charges when you crit, too. That sort of thing makes me happy.
If you run surgeons with this, oh, man.
I would make a crit leap slam with this.
Oh.
I get blast charges when I jump in. I would so make it. No, really, like fully YOLO crit leap slam.
That
Full
low
YOLO.
attack speed, though. The leap slamming,
Yeah.
but...
Oh yeah, about that.
You know what's amazing?
1% one.
Those leap slammers that would jump. Man, Uber brought this up to my attention. I used to watch a lot of Domination. Those Thorn Shrines, every leap slammer that would just jump in, dead.
That's a good point in chat. This will work with Diamond Flask too, so you can use the crits to keep fueling Diamond Flask, which is like old school closed beta action. For those of you guys who don't know, back in closed beta, used to be able to get the Surgeon's prefix on Diamond Flask, and Diamond Flask were 100% guaranteed crits.
Oh my
so you would
God.
just have infinite Diamond Flask. People would just use like one or two Diamond Flasks on their belt and just infinitely crit. So
The
you
good
might
old
be able to get
days.
a little bit of the glory days back with this.
Someone's saying crit EK. All right.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential with this item, and it's another one of those cool level scaling items. Also, it looks a badass. It looks badass.
It's good. It's good enough because, I mean, that's still a lot of raw physical. The attack speed's a little slow. Whatever. Two-handed Flicker Strike. Do it. You get a lot of attack speed from Flicker.
Alrighty, shall we move into the actual podcast, fellas?
Let's do it.
Yes.
As a heads up, guys,
Oh, yeah.
we're taking down the stream and we're bringing it right back up. Just for YouTube purposes, so we can upload it to YouTube all as one clip.
Stick around.
We'll be back in about 3 minutes.